How about now?
No.
Wait, you can't hear him?
Huh.
Oh. It's going through there. And let's see. So your mic's good. Now have him talk.
Can you say something, Josh?
Hey.
Yep, you're all good.
Okay, perfect. Wow.
This is. And then just do your intro through the webcam, and then if you need a light, you just turn that, and it gets brighter.
Oh man. Okay then. Here we are. Wow. Okay. I'm not really tech savvy. This is all Hayden stuff. My wife has a Mac that I use occasionally, but I don't really know computer aspects of stuff.
That's cool.
So, yeah, but cool. Alrighty. So, Josh, would you like to start with telling us who you are?
My name is Josh Macintosh. I am a professional juggler.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a musician. I'm a tech. I'm a music producer. I'm a songwriter. I'm a drummer, guitarist, vocalist, multi-instrumentalist. The list goes on of things that I do. I'm married. I got 3 kids. Good at making breakfast.
And how good are you at the recorder?
Sorry?
How good are you at the recorder?
At the recorder.
Yeah.
I'm real good at recorder. Not at all, man.
I think I could play hot cross buns and that's it still.
That was the quintessential masterpiece we all had to learn.
It's crazy that, like, you know, any country, you being from Canada, used to how to do that.
It's a thing, man.
That's crazy. So, okay, cool. And then what part of Canada are you from, Josh?
Oh, man. I am originally from Ontario. I was born in London, Ontario. Moved to Toronto when I was like 4 or 5. Lived there until I was about, oh my gosh, until 2011. And then I moved to California for 6 years, then moved to Kelowna, then moved back to Toronto, moved north, and now I'm living in Alberta.
Wow. You've been all over the place.
I moved a little bit, yeah.
Are you ready for a really big plot twist?
A plot twist?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm half Mexican, half Canadian.
What?
Yeah, bueno dias, eh?
Okay. Well, happens to be some of my favorite food is Mexican food. So.
Have you ever had Canadian Mexican food?
You know what, man? We had this conversation the other day because we were like, "What's the best Mexican spot in Canada?" And I'm like, "There's only a handful. There's one I found in Kensington Market in Toronto, and there's a spot I just found in Calgary, like right across from the Fairmont Hotel." And I was like, when you walk in, if you feel a little scared, you're probably in the right place.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny, man. Trying to find legit, authentic Mexican in Canada is a trick. And if you know spots, man, you gotta hook me up.
Dude, I don't know if you. I'm sure you've been through Texas.
Oh yeah.
Tex-Mex, dude. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex. It's the way to go.
Yeah, we stopped. Where did we stop? I was on tour out there, and we stopped somewhere, and it was like it was supposed to be this quick little fast food joint. It was not quick. It was not fast. Damn, it was good. I can't remember what it's called now, but it was like, would you like a brisket burrito? I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's Texas.
I'm all about it.
And they always throw beer at you too.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, man. So.
I'm originally from LA, so I'm a purist, but everybody hates me for it here. But I think In-N-Out's better than Whataburger. Have you had either one of those?
Absolutely. In-N-Out all day long.
Yeah. Atta boy. But not on the fries. The fries is too much.
The fries is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our spot when we lived in SoCal, dude. We literally, my wife and I are notorious for being very terrible when it comes to planning our dinner. So it'll be like 7 o'clock and almost bedtime. We're like, oh shoot, we haven't eaten yet. And In-N-Out was like 2 minutes down the road. So like,
it's the greatest.
Yeah, let's do it. So like, dude, we probably ate In-N-Out like 3, maybe 4 times a week at one point. When we first moved down there, 'cause we just loved it. That and Chick-fil-A, but
Have you had Whataburger?
Yeah.
That's how I feel too.
I mean, I guess it filled me up. I don't know, man.
Dude, everybody here is like so diehard for it, and I really don't understand it. They have they used to have A1 Thick and Hearty Burger, which I thought was amazing, but then they discontinued that. And now here, I don't know if it's in all of them or just in Texas, but they have a green chili burger. And sorry, he was telling me something. They have a green chili burger, and that one's really good. But I don't know if that's in all of them or just because we're right next to New Mexico here in Lubbock. Because New Mexico, green chili is everything.
Right. Yeah, no one knows how to make the what is it? It's like the green, oh my gosh, green salsa.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called right now. It's escaping me.
Something with a V, right?
Oh my gosh. I'm embarrassed. I should know this.
It's something with a V, isn't it? Verde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think maybe I don't even know, man.
If the fucker knows, then chime in anytime. But yeah, no, that was. Now I'm gonna go. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm hungry. So now I'm gonna think about Mexican. So thanks a lot.
You're welcome. So cool. All right, man. Where you want to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Cool. So Josh, let's start with you telling us what bands you've been part of and what you have accomplished in your musical journeys.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Every single one. I don't care if you're in high school.
Single one?
Every single
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me everything.
So when I started playing music, I was my mom would say that I was kicking in her womb when I was kicking on 2 or 1 and 3 or 2 and 4 or whatever it was. I don't know. She's got some stories she tells everyone. So I started playing drums in church when I was about 5. And then from there I upgraded to that was the Sunday morning set, by the way. And then from there I upgraded to the youth band when I was like 8. Just funny that you did upgrade, but that was the situation. And then I joined my first band when I was like 12. It's called Cross-Eyed Fish. It was like the youth group band and whatever. It was great.
The first band names are the best, man. My first band name was 3 Years Too Late, and it was for stupid reasons that are really embarrassing.
That's okay. Dude. Every band name at some point is kind of like, that's terrible. I mean,
we took the approach of some chick.
Yeah. So, so youth band, Cross-Eyed Fish. What was next? Oh my gosh, I had a band called Bomb Shelter with my friend Dave Fraughton for years. It was just me and him, like psychedelic rock stuff. Me on drums, him on guitar, like lots of delays and like you know Dorian dark scale, classical. He was a classical guitar player. He is a classical guitar player, but or he was trained that way. So we had all these like just me being a rock drum and him doing this thing, and it was like really cool. So we used to jam all the time in the basement, and I mean, man, every chance I got, I was like, yes, let's do this, let's jam. And that went until, oh my gosh, I joined another band called Frontline Wax. Oh my gosh,
That
dude,
sounds
I'm just
awesome.
so many bands. All right, so that was with one of my oldest friends, Drew Brown, Chris Silva, a couple other guys. Did that band for a while, and our shtick was that we'd all like switch instruments.
Is Chris Silva from Texas? Because I actually know Chris Silva too. He's a cop.
I no, mine's from Toronto. He's not a cop. Good dude though. Yeah, so we would like switch instruments. I'd like switch off and play drums. I'd start with drums and then switch guitar. I'd play bass. I'd never play piano because I didn't want to. Even though my mom taught me to play piano, I was not interested at all. Yeah, so we did that for a while. Oh my gosh, where did we go? Then I played in this thing called Tequila for a while, where I started off on drums when I was like 18. Switched guitar, did tour with them, did a record with them, wrote some songs with them for a while. Geez, where did I go from there? Joined Manafest around then, actually. I started playing drums for Manafest when I was like 19.
Oh, so you started on drums. I didn't even know that.
No, a lot of people don't know that. Like, if they know me at all from Manifest, like, oh, he's a guitar player. It's like, yeah, I am, and I'm also one of the original drummers for that band. So
I think when I think about you and your white guitar. That's what I think.
there you go. So that's what most people think of. But no, I started on drums. I actually auditioned. So my friend Drew, he's like, hey, come audition for this band. It's like a hip hop rock thing, and we were like, I was like super big into like Linkin Park back then. Huge fan, still am. Even though we lost Chester, which
R.I.P.
that's a soft spot. But so anyway, so we go to this church and I bring my drum kit and we set up and we start playing like Stressed Out or something. And I've heard the songs like a bunch of times and no, wait. I hadn't even heard the music yet. We just showed up to like jam and we ended up playing Stressed Out, like some of the stuff from his first like EP.
Oh, so this is before he even made it.
Oh, this is way back when. Oh yeah. So sorry. So then yeah, so then his manager comes in and we're like, oh man, there's pressure. It's like the label or something. I didn't know who it was. So we're like up there on the stage, just like killing it, like I wrote it. And afterwards walked out and they were like, sweet, gig's yours if you want it. I'm like, awesome, let's do it. So we did a bunch of shows, and then he got signed with Tooth and Nail, did Epiphany, which I wrote Be Yourself on, track drums and guitars, and wrote that whole hook form thing. And blew up. And I joined back in with him for The Chase. So Supernatural and Bring the Ruckus. So I wrote those two songs on that record, which were fun. And then, yeah, okay, so hold on. So
it's kind of cool you say that because in like Bring the Ruckus, I could definitely feel the Linkin Park vibes.
That was my vibe, dude.
Yeah, I could totally feel that.
I have this like heavy. I mean, I was also into TFK back then too, so it was like this Linkin Park TFK drop tune thing. But I also grew up on like Delirious and like The Edge from the U2 and like all this ambient melodies and stuff, counter melodies, if you will, and guitars, whatever. So that was my thing. So it was like heavy riffs with like these like U2 Delirious like lead lines over top. It was just my thing. And if you listen to those Manifest tracks, you'll hear it. It's like, cool, you're in half step drop D and you are The Edge on top. It's weird, but like counter melody stuff, and I create all these textures and stuff like that. So where was I going with this? Anyways, I don't know. My brain just went on a rabbit trail and I completely got lost. Yeah, okay, so Manifest. I had a band called wait, before The Chase, I started a band called Sky Terminal with Marcel Preston.
I've seen some stuff on that.
So Sky Terminal is myself. It was myself and Marcel. We had a band called 351 back in the day. Oh yeah, rewind. We had a band called 351 with myself, Marcel Preston, Tim Hickton, Crofts was in it for a minute.
Yeah, he was the bass player when you were Manifest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Mike. So he also married my wife's sister. So he's my brother-in-law now.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So, which worked out great because I like him. So we get along great. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we had that band. That band fell apart. I don't remember. It's just we played a bunch of shows with that band, which was awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget bands. I'm gonna forget people because there was so many things. Paul Rennick, he played bass in 351. Um, where do we go from there? 351, which turned into Sky Terminal. What was the Marcel Preston band for a while when 351 kind of fell apart. And then he brought me in. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna redo some songs." So we did. We redid a couple songs, and I cut guitars on it. Ended up doing like that first record is like all the guitar work, minus a couple songs, is basically me on guitars and bass and drums on that record. If I remember correctly, it was like almost 2000. Oh, geez, 2008,
That was in eighth grade.
9,
I was in eighth grade when that happened.
2009, 2010,
Jeez.
2009, somewhere in there. It was like in around that time. Oh, I also had another band called Slow Motion Explosion
That's
with Crofts. He was playing guitar, and then my current lead singer from My Sugar, Ben Pelstra, he was the lead singer of that band and the bass player because neither Crofts or I wanted to play bass, so we put him on bass. Poor guy. And then my brother-in-law, Jonathan Foster, was playing drums right then. He was like 16 or something, 17. So it was that band as well. Let's see here. Did I get it all? I don't know. I'm probably missing something somewhere on the way. Yeah. So then I jumped into the Manafest full time, 2010, toured like crazy. Ended up moving to California in 2011. Still did some shows with Chris back then. Jumped in with TFK in 2012. Did a ton of shows with them that summer. And then, oh wait, hold on. If you go back to like 2003, 2004, when what was that record? The Art of Breaking, TFK record. You remember that one? So I was in the studio with him doing all the pre-production
Oh no way, that's
on
cool.
that record. So that was like, there's a like little tidbit not many people know.
Huh.
Yeah. Fast forward. So yeah, so TFK in 2012, I was playing with a Hillsong plant in SoCal around them as well, and then yeah, back and forth between TFK and Manafest for a while, and then jumped in with Bethel like 2015.
I honestly
Somewhere.
forgot you were in Bethel because we were Facebook friends at that time. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, played with them for I don't know 2 years or something, and then moved to started a band, started Avenue Sky. Um, and then moved to Kelowna, released that record. Joel from TFK actually mixed it, and helped like soft produce it with me. Well, between him and Trev, I kept sending them ideas, and Trev was like, "Do this." I'm like, "Okay, sweet." And Joel was like, "Do this." I'm like, "Great." So we cut stuff back and forth. It was great. It was an awesome experience. And then yeah, so that band, my drummer moved back to Australia. That's a long story. That band kind of imploded, and I moved back to Toronto in 2018. Kind of took a hiatus from playing for a while just to kind of, refocus because life had been such a whirlwind at that point. So I jumped in with a band called The True. So I've been teching for them up until the last 2 years. And then tech for Finger 11, if you know who they are.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So work with
Paralyzer,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So those guys were like my high school like band. So, Tip came out and Grace the Blue Skies and all those records. And I used to play drums and guitar. And some of my guitar isms comes from James Black, the guitar player. So, and a lot of my drum stuff is like Harley Piece, Finger 11, like 1,000 Foot Krutch. Obviously, like the joke with Steve was that like he's like if I fall off the stage and break my arm, I'm like I'll just hand you my sticks, like walk up and like play. But yeah, okay, I get everything. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, so then I moved back to Toronto, toured the Trues. Started My Sugar with Ben, kind of by accident, because we were in the studio producing other bands at that point, and we were standing outside my wife's house or outside Ben's house, and my wife was like, "Why aren't you guys writing music together?" And Slow Motion Explosion was a glorious failure, and took a while to recover from that one falling apart. And I kind of looked at Ben. I'm like, I don't want to start a band and like ruin a friendship. Like I value the friendship more than I do the actually, being in a band because I just do. That's like at the end of the day, I'm always like friendship, family first, business second, and a lot of people are the other way around. What I found, but for me, it's like it's always about relationships first, and then whatever said project or business you're conducting. So, and anyways, at that point, we both kind of had this look of like, are we doing this? He's like, I think so. I'm like, you're up for it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm up for it. He's like, okay. So we got in the studio and started writing, and then his mom passed away like a week later.
Oh my god.
Crazy. So we wrote a bunch of songs. Where there's a lot of stuff to this record, to that band that there's some pretty pivotal, heavy things that happen along the way with this record, or with that band writing all these songs that, if everybody knew the backstory behind every single song, it would make so much sense listening to the album. Maybe someday we'll release those stories, but um,
It'd be cool to
yeah.
do that, like acoustic versions of it. That'd be kind of cool.
You know what? We actually, I don't know if I want to let the cat out of the bag. We actually have, we're sitting on a full production, like live acoustic performance that we did, um, back in December.
That's pretty gnarly.
So we've been sitting on it, and because we've been working on the new record, so we've got, um, 15 songs. I tracked drums on 15 songs. Oh my gosh, before I moved away from Collingwood to move out here. So bass is done, drums are done. I'm just waiting on a new amp to show up. And I'll track all my guitars, and Ben's working on his guitars and vocals right now, and then I'll be cut my vocals as well at that point. But um, yeah, we're just trying to figure out the best plan of attack because we don't want to release all the music and just have it kind of, here's a lot of work.
Do
Enjoy.
you think all 15 will make the cut?
They're all really good songs. They're like, oh, sorry, I keep hitting this thing. We don't really write fillers. Like there's some experimental songs on there. There's some like straight up like, there's some heavier stuff. There's some pop stuff. I don't want to say pop stuff. Like it's all rock stuff, but it's all like, I don't know. It's very eclectic in ways because, Ben's very much so big into the U2 thing and Depeche Mode, and I'm the big heavy guy. Which I actually kind of didn't want to do the heavy thing. I kind of was like, I'm cool. I'm just gonna do ambient guitars on this project, and we'll just have to be this thing. And then we wrote Lotus and Life Unchained, a couple of the heavier ones are like, oh, people like this stuff. Okay.
You know what I've noticed with doing the stuff that, I mean, the very few things I did in the music industry.
Yeah.
I worked with, I don't know if know the band Forever the Sickest Kids. Their guitar player singer was one of my first mentors. They did like Vans Warped Tour and stuff. And then my present mentor is Blake Shelton's bass player. And both of them have the same story where they wanted to do a completely different genre of music, but once you finally make it, you never do what you want to do in the industry.
That is true in a lot of cases for a lot of people. I am fortunate that I have always been able to do the kind of music that I love to do. I've done I've filled in, done some stuff for other people, but when it comes to like, writing the music that I want to write, like, there's never been a song that I've been a part of that we've released that I'm like, it's always, I don't know. Maybe I'm very lucky that way where I always work with good people and good songwriters and musicians are always great, and I'm always a part of awesome projects. And people are like, "Oh, we should bring Josh in." So I keep getting phone calls and do strange things, So, like I did a record a year ago with a massive pop star from Tokyo, from Japan.
Oh, it's J-pop or K-pop.
Wasn't K? Well, yeah, he is K-pop actually.
Yeah.
And the bassist from Jamiroquai played bass on the album, and I played drums on the album. And I was like, "Is he? What? Really? He's playing bass to my drums? I don't understand how this is happening." So, anyways, the point is, yes, like in this context, like I am very thankful that I get to do this. Have I made it yet? I don't know. I just love doing what I do. What I do. I love who I work with. I love Ben. I love, our bassist is awesome, Mark. and but I just do this because I love this, man.
I'm not biased or anything, but Mark's a good name for a bass player.
Mark is a ridiculous bass player. He came in and he's just like he's such a kind soul, you know. He came in and just like shredded bass all over the stuff. So it's oh man, this record's gonna be awesome. It's probably gonna come out next year, and you get to hear all his genius that he is. But um, yeah, man.
That's awesome. So my wife Lindsay actually texted me and said it is Verde Salsa, what we were talking about. So yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
yes, that
Thank you,
makes sense.
thank you,
That's
Lindsay.
good. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. Is she watching?
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, cool. Well, I got a few more music questions, then we'll get into the car stuff.
That's it.
Now let me get to my notes because I honestly do not remember this off the top of my head.
Sorry, I felt like that was really long-winded with
No,
a
dude,
lot
you're
of rabbit
good. See,
trails.
that was my fear with this is, we have only so many things, but I was scared we're just going to jump through them and this will be over in like 10 minutes. So you're good, dude. Stretch it out.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So what inspired you to pursue music, Josh?
Oh, what inspired me? I would have to say the first band that really made the hair stand on the back of my neck and on my arms was a band called Delirious from the UK. So if you know who Delirious is,
I know the name. I couldn't tell you the song, but I do know the name.
they are one of the most influential Christian rock bands of all time, if you ask me. Martin Smith is the guy. Stu G is like my unofficial guitar teacher, mentor. Like,
We talk about like bigger than DC talk.
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're from the UK. I actually got mistaken at Bethel for Stu because we play so similar because I spent years playing those riffs that this guy walked up to me, he's like, I thought it was Stu G, and then I realized it wasn't Stu, it was another bald guy, but you played just like him. I'm like, well, I imitate him in some ways. Yes, he's Stu G. Like I'm not in that category. But um yeah, I mean, I remember watching them, I walked in and they were playing the song Obsession. It was just like a heavy moment of like, oh, I want to do that. I can do that. I already play drums. I remember watching the drummer do his thing and I was like, oh my gosh. And then like Stu G was playing guitar. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. So then I switched to guitar. I started playing guitar when I was like 12 as well. So he's kind of the reason why I switched. Um, I shouldn't say
Honest to God,
switched.
man. For me, it was like I've told you before. It was Mark Hoppus, but
Yeah,
then like I always thought church music was the only kind of worship music, and then it was honest to God, your white guitar that made me. It was you and Bryce Avery from the Rocket Summer that made me switch from bass to guitar. And I was actually,
really.
yeah, oh, swear to God, yeah. And I
I
actually,
didn't know that.
one of my first guitars was a white with black pickguard Telecaster like Bryce Avery's. And I still have that. It's one of my like babies. But
That's awesome.
yeah. So no, I was talking to my friend on the way here, one of my best friends, and he was like, I was telling him like, dude, I don't even know like how to go about this interview and like how to get connected. And he goes, dude, and he was very insightful. He basically told me like, me and you started talking through TFK Manafest. We met each other in high school through that. He had an iPod, like one of the classic, spin with your
Yeah,
finger.
yeah.
And
Check
he's like,
this
hey,
out.
dude, yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, check out the song. And I want to say it was Rockfist. And at that moment, I realized, oh my God, you could do like hardcore music, you could do Christian music. And then me and Doug started hanging out, and then we started going to car shows. And that's when I started to realize, oh my God, you can pursue music in the Christian field and still sorry, I lost my train of thought. Still do like heavy up stuff like Blink 182 and just make it sound like that. But yeah, he brought up a lot of good points. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Wow.
What is your favorite song to perform, Josh?
Oh, jeez. My favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna forget the name of this. Oh boy, hold on. My favorite song that I've ever got to perform. uh, Jeez. I would have to say, I mean, playing Bring the Ruckus live was a treat because I wrote the song. But the one song that I really love that like every time we played, I was like, yes! It's a tie between Let the Sparks Fly from TFK
Yeah.
and Courtesy Call.
Really?
Courtesy Call might be my favorite because it just comes in with a it's like just a wicked.
Well, dang. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, check that out.
um, what is the biggest crowd you've played in front of, and how freaky was it?
Oh my gosh. Oh my. The I think the biggest crowd I had played in front of at that time with how uh okay 2012 TFK Sunshine Festival headlining set, no rehearsal, 15 songs, called I got a call 2 days before like, hey, can you fly out and do this? I'm like, sure. You know the set, right? I'm like, uh or you can learn the songs and do it. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, okay, sure, let's do it. So I like stress learned all the I mean I knew all the songs because I'd play them in soundcheck with Manafest and I'd be like, yeah, do it, yeah, okay, whatever. But to go out there with no rehearsal and do the show with these guys with full production, pyro, like cryo, video screens, the whole 9 yards. Chris was there, all the guys from Manifest were there, like other friends were there, and I was like, ah, and I swear there was like 10,000 people. I don't know how many people there was, but it felt like there was like a million people. So that one.
Dang, that's pretty cool. I've always wondered what that feels like. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Um, let me see.
Yes.
What is I know the answer, but what's your guitar choice, Josh?
My guitar of choice has been since 2006, 2007. It's been Paul Reed Smith. So, I mean, if you don't know who Paul Reed Smith guitars is, you need to check them out. I think they are the best guitar players on the planet because I have toured the piss out of my guitars and they've taken everything. So that white Paul Reed I have I've hit it off kick drums, off of stage decks, off of all kinds of stuff. I've fallen off decks. I've literally fallen off the stage onto subs with that guitar and it still stayed in tune.
That's
So
crazy.
I
Jeez.
I cannot recommend these guys, enough. And like as of 2006, 2007, I got endorsed with them finally after chasing them.
That's pretty sweet.
They hooked me up, so I was like, great. So I bought my Tremonti, which I currently have, which I use like crazy. It's all over the My Sugar record. So if you've heard it, you've heard my guitar. So yeah.
Nice. All right, Josh. Well, I say we do an intermission and move to Skype because Zoom keeps messing up on my end.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the live for a second and then switch it.
All right.
That one too, or just those
No,
two?
that one's.
Okay, cool. I need to learn these computer things.
What?
To learn the computer stuff, dude. I feel so. I feel like, I mean, for lack of better words, I honestly feel like a boomer. I don't know anything about computers. Like, honest to God, dude.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm so embarrassed.
You're good, man. Don't worry.
Oh, jeez, man. Yeah. So that's a little secret about Sean. Not pretty much everybody knows. Moving on. How long does it take to shoot a music video, and what is the preparation that goes into it?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude. Okay. Well, I'll speak to the Bring the Ruckus shoot. So that was like an 18-hour day. Our videographer, Chris Stacy, arranged for like a fight scene in the basement, along with like the actually we did two videos that day. We did Bring the Ruckus, and we did Renegade. So the outside one with the flames and stuff, we shot that the same day. So that was because the location was so cool that we just took advantage of it. So yeah, I don't know. I was blissfully unaware of how much work went into that video shoot, because it was just so many things. But it was a long day. I remember that much. It was cold at night too.
Is it weird to look back on those and like, holy crap, I did that?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways it's like it was yesterday. In some ways I'm like, that. Hold on, we're 2022. That was like 12 years ago.
That's kind
I
of
was a
crazy.
I was a baby, you know, that photo of me with the orange cabinets and this big like angry face with black eyeliner and all black, and I was just like, I just wicked look on my face. I was just like going for it. Like that pops up and I'm like, oh, I'm just a baby. I'm so cute. I'm trying to be like whatever. I don't know what I was trying to be. I was being me, but I was just like, oh, okay. But that video shoot was a lot of fun.
Dude, it
You
hit
know,
me the other day. Speaking of that, I had like one of those. I woke up in the morning and looked in the mirror, took a deep breath, and thought, my 10-year high school reunion's next month. And I think, man, that went by quick.
I was in California when that happened, so I missed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna not go.
Like, what do you do now? Well, you know, I'm a dentist. Oh, that's great. What do you do? Rock star. You know, it's like that one guy. Actually, one of my friends is like legit. He's playing bass for. Oh my gosh, it's like a massive band now. Dusty. He's playing bass with Saga. You know Saga?
I do not.
Oh, okay, they're like this massive, like throwback rock band, but he's playing bass with it now. So, anyways,
That's pretty cool.
but
Yeah,
go Dusty.
my class, we had a guy that made it to the NBA, and that's pretty much it.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
something.
So, all right, man, let's get into the core stuff.
Did it.
Okay, so for me, I feel like, because based on our previous conversations, I will tell you my answer to these questions, and hopefully that helps you, and I'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
If that helps, I mean, if you don't want that, then we can do something else. But
No, that's fine. Let's do it.
okay, so what is your absolute dream car? Because for me, it is my definition of success is a white with navy striped Shelby, and I want to name it Pegasus.
Oh,
Yeah, but it can't be blue and white. It has to be white with navy stripes.
you're gonna laugh at me when I tell you this.
Oh, dude, I had
You're
somebody
li-
tell me Winnebago the other day. You're fine.
All right. So I have, since I was like, oh my gosh, 12 or 13, I've been a Volkswagen guy.
Ah, the German.
Yeah, so my dream car for the longest time was a Golf,
Okay, that's pretty cool, though.
which transformed into a Golf sport wagon because I had so much gear all the time. I'm like, I need more space. So my dad and I went around, we checked out like Mazda, checked out all these different, you know, people in that price range, and the sport wagon just won hand over fist. Like it just drove better, it felt more stable on the road, it had more power, better better gas mileage. The car didn't feel plastic, it didn't feel cheap. So I have owned like 7 or 8 Volkswagens now. And I'm currently driving a TDI sport wagon.
That's pretty cool.
an all white one, 17-inch rims. I'm gonna get the windows tinted soon. Warranty's almost up. So my brother's talking about getting it tuned and all that stuff. Which to me, I'm like on that fence of like I'm an old guy. I don't care about power. I care about how many kilometers to the tank I'm getting. But
Oh
I also
God.
like power. So I'm teetering this line, and my brother's got this like souped up BMW wagon. It's just like 600 horsepower. I'm like, oh my.
Dude, I
I'm
mean, I gotta be honest. Doing this YouTube and driving in cars, 850 horsepower and 1,000 horsepower, I mean, it's cool, but I cannot daily drive that. There's no way.
it's
No
just so
way,
much.
dude.
Like even driving his car, like he was fixing up something on my Golf before I left. I drove his car for like a couple weeks or something. That car terrified me. I was like, I mean, it's a great car. He's gonna laugh at me. Um, I'm just not a BMW guy. I just love my Volkswagen. We actually, and then so yeah, so then we also have an Atlas, a
That's cool,
2022
dude. The
Atlas,
Atlases are
all
cool,
black.
dude.
You know, not the R line, the step back from the R line because we needed I wanted the R line so bad. We were gonna pull the trigger on it, but um, the only reason why we didn't get it is because it had the bucket seats, and I needed a bench seats because when we go camping, all the kids sit up front, and then the back is all full. So to have two chairs and three kids with all that stuff doesn't work.
I heard something about the Atlas. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if it's true. Maybe you can confirm this.
Okay.
I heard that each of the headlight housings are about $7,000 if you were to break them.
Nah, I don't know, but I wouldn't surprise me. It's an expensive car.
Yeah, it is. Dude, so when I moved to Lubbock 4 years ago from Dallas, I came here with a Kia Forte. And I want to say it was like 2 months after living here, some guy rear-ended me and threw me into a car in front of me. Yeah, and then threw that car into another car, and then that car went into a trailer hitch of a truck. It was bad, dude. It was bad, man. But and the worst part was when it happened, I saw it happening, and I tensed up, which made it even worse for me. I was the the walking lane. I was the last one that could fit into it, and this guy was driving this Jeep Grand Cherokee and just
Oh,
did not pay attention, ran the red light and straight into the back of me.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
Oh, it's cool. No, so now I have a Civic Si, so it's all good. But
That's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Yeah, but my dream car, I think is a murdered out Golf R.
Really, like a newer one.
That's like a newer one. I just love Volkswagen, dude. Like, I mean, I would actually no, it's that one, but then I'd also want an RS7 fully loaded Audi.
Okay. That's
I
pretty
sat in one of
sick.
those at the car show in Toronto. I was like, yes, please.
You're right.
They're like $140,000 or something. I don't know how much they are, but I was like, I could drive this. That was great.
I remember when I was younger, man. I was obsessed with the Cadillac Escalade and the Audi A4. Those were like my two cars.
Great cars. Yeah. I had an RS. Oh, what was that? An S4. I had
Oh,
an S4
really?
when we first moved to California for a minute. So we bought a Volkswagen, and there were some problems with it, so we returned it. So they could fix it, and they gave us an S4. So we drove that around for a month, and it was like the fastest, best car I've ever had. It was like black with like red racing seats and the whole 9 yards. I was like,
That's what you know early.
so that was a fun car. But
I'm originally from Los Angeles, and I honestly don't like it that much. But I took my
I get
wife
it.
Lindsay there like 2 months ago, and Lindsay's born and raised in Lubbock, has never been there, and I'm like, if we do this, we need to go all out. So we got like a Mustang convertible, PCH,
yeah,
Malibu, Rodondo
Uh-huh.
Beach, everything. It was
Yep.
a really fun trip, and honest to God, man, that's like the first time I had fun there in a while. I do not like California.
I I loved certain things about California. I disliked other things about California. But one of the things I really loved,
In and out.
oh God, yes, back to In-N-Out. Yes, In-N-Out was my favorite. Um, was actually this little beach we stumbled on, which is, we didn't know what it was. We got lost. We were trying to find our way to San Diego. I got off the wrong exit, went through like what looked like this sketchy little neighborhood. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get killed. We're a bunch of white Canadians. Like, we're dead, like for sure. I was so new down there. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Um, but landed up at La Jolla Beach.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
this big cove, dude. We were like, I don't know where we're going, but this is where we're going. Like, so we just unpacked the car and we spent all day there. And I was like, oh,
Dude, have you ever been to Redondo Beach?
Yeah.
Dude, did you go to like the Tony's bar with like it looks like the lighthouse and it's like the 360? It's like
We
right in
didn't.
the center, and it's literally called Tony's bar. And I was told like back in the 50s, that's where all the celebrities went. And there's a
I
bottom section, but then there's a top section that's like 360 glass all around you.
uh, no, I never did that.
Oh, dude, it was sick. Dude, that was fun.
Oh, I never did that one. Um, but yeah, no, that in Oceanside, my car was bad.
Yeah, honest to God,
That
man.
one.
When I lived there, I didn't leave like this 10-mile square radius, so I never did it. So a lot of stuff I did with Lindsay, she's like, "Oh, this is so cool," and I'm like, "I've never done this either." But like
Yeah,
Malibu, I never went to Malibu. Malibu was freaking awesome, dude.
yeah, we drove through Malibu. Did we drive through Malibu? I think we did.
Like seeing all the houses in the hills and stuff, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah, we did a lot of stuff in California. Not, I think if I went back now, I'd do a lot more. But we moved there. We were like, I don't say this on camera. We were kind of poor.
I mean, we all go through those phases, man.
You know, we were tight. Everything was tight. So when we did something, we was like, okay, we're gonna save up some money and go do this. So we did Disneyland. We did a couple things, or yeah, Disneyland. Um, but yeah, no, we did enjoy our time in California. I think I mean, I think we really appreciated small town living when we moved to Northern California,
I
Redding.
think
So
I think truthfully, Josh, everybody in California is poor. They just hide it, unless you're a trust fund kid. I mean, there's no way that they're not. It is
it's,
stupid.
I mean, the amount of cars. Like our neighbor had a Ferrari, like what was it the one F-140 or something, or they were like beside us, and I was just like, eh, and I had to like,
So,
oh yeah,
did he have like the newer one or the older one? Are you talking an F430 or F40?
uh, I can't remember. I think it might have been 40.
Dude, if it's an F40, that's like a freaking $4 million car, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah? Wow. See, you weren't poor. You lived next to him. That makes you like kind of
rich
like
by
a.
association.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So
You're
I
the
was
alpha
very
of the
rich.
three closest friends.
I had very expensive cars beside my house all the time.
And your Volkswagen's just chilling.
I mean, I never drove the car, I never touched it, but the fact that it was there doing its thing, I respected that. So, um,
Dude, I have one. So I was at my cousin's house in California. So the F40s are really rare. And I told
maybe
him
it
we
may
were
not be an F40. I don't
we
know.
were we were going to X Games, man. And I saw this
Oh,
car. Yeah, it was sick, dude. 2010 mega ramp
hmm
and rally race. But anyway, so I saw this car that was under this cover. I'm like, dude, that's a Ferrari F40. I can tell by the rims and the shape. He goes, no, there's no way. So we go do our thing. We come back. It's uncovered. The guy's out there. I'm like, dude, it's an F40. So I jump out. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, man, I got this back in the 80s. This is my baby. He's like, I'm pissed, though, because somebody's trailer hitch went through the front. Yeah, so, like, I mean, there's a hole. So this guy's telling the whole story. Yeah, I did this business. I invested in this. I did this. Saved up money to get this. This was my absolute dream car. And this cop shows up. And he's like, hey, man, this VIN goes to a Pontiac Fiero. And he goes, oh, yeah, it's a kid car. I'm like, what? So he just gave me this whole big spiel just to find out it's a Fiero. I'm like, dude, what are you doing with your life? And yeah, he said, after that, he said he put about
wife,
$50,000
wife,
in it.
yeah. Why fake? Oh, this is good. This is another conversation, but I would rather know that someone is truthful and honest and authentic, I'd rather hang out with people that are truthful and honest and authentic people, rather than people that are plastic and like presenting something that they're not.
And his car was definitely made of plastic, Josh.
I don't care. I don't know.
It was
I
crazy. I was just so
Yeah,
appalled, and the cop like totally called him out on it.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Good.
so that happened. So, all right, let me get to another question. One sec.
Good. Do it.
Um, what is your favorite color combo in a car? Like I said, for me, it's a white and blue.
Color
Combo in
combo,
a car.
black and red.
You would love my SI. It's black and red.
Like all black with red accents.
Yeah, that's literally what mine is.
I'm all about it.
And I got the
That's
red Honda badges on it to contrast it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like, very few cars can pull off. I like white and red.
Well, my golf is white currently. My golf wagon is white,
with
so
like
I'm thinking
with red seats though.
no, it's just stock diesel
Oh,
seat.
yeah, no,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
okay.
I really think new Corvettes, Aston Martins, and
Hmm.
few Lamborghinis can pull off the pearl white with red leather seats without it looking bad.
Yeah, these are just it's like white on the outside, black on the inside. Like if I could, I'd probably have it repainted like matte black.
Don't I really want to do like really bad? And I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for it if I actually do it. But God, I want to do it. I want to
What?
wrap my SI like Mark Hoppus base pink so bad, dude. Like hot Pepto Bismol pink.
Why not?
Or the fact that it's like $3,000 to do, but also that I live in Texas and a boy driving a pink car is not the most country thing.
Yeah, you might get shot.
Yeah, a lot of shotguns here.
I know there's a lot of guns in Texas. I remember going there the first time I was there. I was like, he was like, "Hey, check this out," and like opened up his cabinet, and I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of guns.
Dude,
That's cool."
my brother got a, what is it? Oh God, like the big Toyota pickup truck, Tacoma or whatever. I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, the Tacoma's a small one. What is it? What's the big Toyota pickup truck?
Tundra.
Tundra, the Toyota Tundra.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was, I guess I wasn't there for it, but my mom was telling me he's like Californian, no, just moved here. And
Yeah.
he's the Texas edition, fully loaded, every option. He's showing her everything. And he's like, yeah, and then, you got a lot of room in the center compartment. And he goes, that is a gun safe. I did not know I paid for it. That is definitely a gun safe. But yeah, his truck came stock with a gun safe. I'm like, that's like the most Texan thing ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it came with like a Smith and Wesson or something and like a clip ready to go. You're like,
With the
oh,
Toyota logo right there, paint to match your truck.
jeez, that's something. All right.
Yeah, it's
You don't mess with Texas, right?
I know you don't. I learned that.
I know. I'm aware.
I talk really high about Rodoburger when I'm talking to people face to face in Texas because they get really defensive, and they're like, "In and out, not that liberal stuff." And I was,
I just like the burgers. I'm not big. Things have changed a little bit in the last couple of years, but I just don't care for politics. I don't care for people trying to control other people. I don't care for any of it. But that's another story. We're here to talk about cars and stuff.
what's the car
Get that
community
one.
like in Canada? Like here,
Car
you
community.
see like McLarens and stuff on the street here in Lubbock. Shockingly,
This is going to come as a complete surprise to you.
oh God.
I have no idea. It's not even on my radar. Like, there's some nice cars in Calgary and stuff. Like, I'm still pretty new to the area, but I feel like, out here, it's all trucks and lift kits and like, the 30-inch rims. Like, it's
Texas,
whatever they are.
yee.
Like, it's like I live in the Texas of Canada, essentially. So there's definitely a lot of that, like patriotism. Wow, hard word today. Out here.
Are you guys like as prideful as out there as people are in America, where you like have their tailgates painted in the Canadian flag and stuff?
Yeah, there's some of that. Oh yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Dude, that'd be
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. So,
Do they have them like pissing on America's flag,
no,
like the Calvin and Hobbes sticker?
I haven't seen that, man. I mean, most Canadians are nice.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they are.
So even if it was, it'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, eh?" And it's like, like some guy apologizing. I don't know, whatever. I won't get into it. I want to imagine a scenario, but anyways, I digress.
I do like how Canadians say sorry.
Oh,
It's a good.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that. I'm challenging myself to not say sorry all the time, but it's a thing.
That's how I'm with dude. I call everybody dude. It's like my saving grace though, because it's terrible, and I feel terrible as a person about this. But I may not remember your name at all. But I'll remember. Oh yeah, you told me 5 years ago you drive a F-150 that's green with gold rims or something. Like I remember people buy cars. And I'm like, oh hey, that's F-150 man, or hey, that's Camaro boy.
I am horrendous with names. I try so hard. It's just for some reason my short-term memory is just shot. Call it whatever you want. I was really good with names at one point, and then I think I don't know. I can't retain it for some reason.
I
So,
going backing up a little bit. So I went to this Rocket Summer concert in 2012. I want to say it was maybe 13.
okay.
And I went to this meet and greet, and I went with complete like random people. It was like me, this couple, and this random person, right?
Mhm.
And when we went in, dude, Bryce is like, "Oh, hey, I met you guys at Warped Tour in 2009." And then the other person's like, "Hey, I saw you at a show in California and you gave me this T-shirt." I'm like, "What?" And he knew them by name and everything. I'm like, "How the heck do you do that war touring?" That is crazy.
Yeah, there's certain people that can that can remember stuff like that. Actually, it's wild.
The second we walked in, they're like, "Oh my god, you remember?" He's like, "Oh yeah, your name is Jill and Jack, and you're Jamie." And I'm like, "What, dude?"
Yeah, there's a guy I know that's like that. It's freaky. I'm like, I can't remember what I had for lunch, let alone someone's name from 5 years ago that I met.
Did you saw it for
randomly
10
passing.
seconds? Yeah, right.
Well, shut up.
It's crazy, dude. My when I was in high school band, man, my director was like that. You know, like I was in I want to say 5A is the biggest one. I don't know. We had like my graduation class. Oh god, it was a lot, but I want to say it was like 1 in every 3 people in my high school was in band. So it was a big band. And she knew everybody by name. She knew the people that graduated. You know, like she'd be in her big like stand and we'd be marching. It's like, "Oh, hey Jackie, your left foot did this, but James, you're like everybody by name." And I'm like, "How the heck do you do that?"
That's a special skill that I don't have. I write melodies and music. I don't remember names. I'm sorry. If I forget your name and you say hello to me and I don't remember your name, I apologize. I remember faces really well though. Like it happened to me like a couple days ago. Like the guy who's the Ernie Ball rep for Canada. Like I know him from when I worked at a music store back in the day. And I was like, and it's literally been like 10, 12 years or something since I've seen him. And I'm like, And he's like, "Yeah, Doug Elish." I'm like, "Dude." And it was just like one of those, like, of course I forget your name, but I remember your face. I know your name, but I just couldn't. It's been so long. So yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, if I don't remember people, I literally just say "dude" every time. It's my saving grace. Every time it's like, god, I can't think of it.
Yeah.
And it's the worst when like you introduce people and you know one of their names but not the other person. So you're like, "Hey, this is."
Oh, I've got a move for that. I will not divulge it on camera, but I have a move for that has saved me 1,000 times. But
You gotta tell me in private then, because that's like my biggest fear and I hate it. And it happens all the time.
yeah, because if I do that and someone's like watches this, like, "Oh, I know what Josh is doing. He doesn't remember my name," and they'll stop and be like, "All right, pop quiz, what's my name?" And I just can't. That's so much social anxiety for me. I'll fall over and die. Like I'm out.
Yeah, I hate that. It happens a lot, especially like at my work, man. I'm like, "Oh god, I don't remember this guy's name, but I know this person's name." So
Yeah.
I'll introduce them and be like, "And this is."
It's like, "Hey man, I want you to meet my friends." Like, and they usually go, "Hey, my name's so and so." And they're like, "Hey, I'm this." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Take note, take note, take note." That's their names. All right, all right.
You got to remember what kind of car they drive. The first thing I ask everybody is what kind of car you drive, and that's my saving grace.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's everyone's got the moves, right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know if I would call that moves. Let me see. I'm trying to think of another question.
Okay, power.
Since Hayden's not in this, I can't do what we were talking about doing.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
Hayden, come over here.
You should get him.
Oh, he's passed out, dude. He is like passed out dry, man.
Still asleep?
Yeah, like dead asleep.
That's really funny. Well, ask me anyways.
Hold on, let me hold on one sec. Should I throw his key at him?
It's funny. Just wake him up. Be like, "Dude, wake up."
Hayden. Hey, come over here real fast.
What?
So,
Here. Ask Josh what his favorite racing team is.
What's up, man?
what's up? I'm Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
Sean's co-worker, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
He wanted
You're
me
the
to
brain.
ask, what's your favorite racing team?
Favorite racing team. All right. I can't remember the name of the team. Oh, what is it? The catchphrase was like "shake and bake," though.
Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
He told me that earlier and I didn't get it, dude. I'm like, what?
You never
I was
seen
like,
the
"Shake
show?
I mean,
and bake."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talladega
man.
Nights.
Talladega Nights. That's my race team right there, all day long.
I gotta agree with that too. That was almost my race team whenever I got into karting with my friend. we were getting the helmets with the stickers that said "shaken"
Yeah.
and then his said "bake."
His their colors or their race cars make me think of, what is it, Love's Bread or whatever? What's that?
It's Wonder Bread.
Oh, it is Wonder
Yeah,
Bread.
Wonder Bread. Yeah.
Oh man, I need to watch that movie. I really need.
You should go on like on Wikipedia or whatever it is. They actually have I think it's on Wikipedia. It actually has like these are the real life things that they pulled from for this movie. This is the reason why the cars are this color. This is the reason why the opening scene, like when he flips his color over, that's actually from a real event. And it's all pulled from like actual race history. So it's very interesting. So once you know that, you're like, oh, they're actually nodding to all these actual events.
Do you know what? Speaking of that, do you know what me and my wife watched for the first time, and everybody's like, "What?" Like last week, Anchorman 1 and 2. Never seen them.
Oh, dude, like
so good.
Half of my quotes, like so I grew up, like in my family, we communicate with movie quotes. That's just how we do stuff, right?
Dude, I was telling Josh today, I'm like, dude, I had to tell Hayden who Yellow Card and like, you know, how to remind him who Blink-182 was. And he's like, what? I'm like, I don't think he's gonna get the Shake and Bake reference.
He got it.
Dang, that's embarrassing for me.
Oh well, you know. But yeah, we live our life by movie quotes. So even today in like our band text, we're like talking about this weekend, and we have a drummer filling in for the show coming up with Tebe, and he was like, dude, and I'm like, sweet, and he's like, dude, or he's like, sweet, and I was like, dude, and he was like, dude. I'm like, 10 points, who gets this? And like no one responded for a while. And finally someone piped up and he was like, dude, where's my car? I'm like, you win.
You know what's another one? Nobody ever knows it. I don't know why. Freaking Zoolander, dude. That's like the greatest movie ever.
I was literally about to say like
Zoolander.
Anchorman and Zoolander, and like actually Austin Powers is my other one.
Austin Powers is pretty good too, but dude, Zoolander.
There was this like sweet spot of like comedies that they could probably never make today because everybody's too sensitive now.
Oh,
but,
of course, yeah.
It's another topic. Just all the time. There was this sweet spot, and it's just like hilarious. Like all the Jim Carrey movies. Oh my gosh, dude, all about it. Like Ace Ventura, 1 and 2, like anything Ace Ventura or like Jim Carrey did. I was like a huge fan.
I don't think I ever saw Ace Ventura. I know what it is, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Yeah, dude, I don't really. So the thing about me, I don't really watch movies. My thing is shake and bake, and my thing,
right.
My thing is I can't get past the fact that somebody is I'm spending time and money watching somebody play pretend. Now if it's like something like Family Guy or something, it's animated, right. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like I can't get past that. Josh, my friend that I told you about that we met through TFK and stuff.
Yeah.
He just asked, what is your favorite car from a movie?
Oh, he's gonna love this. All right.
His name is Dougie Fresh.
Sorry?
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh? All right.
Fresh.
My favorite car from a movie of all time has to be the Batmobile. I'm sorry.
Which one? Which one? Wait, which one?
Batmobile.
Talk about the one
I'm
that
a
we
big
did?
fan of the original one.
Like Adam West?
Adam West. I love that car.
So that may or may not be coming to our channel soon. You want to come to Lubbock? You want to come to Lubbock, Josh?
What?
Yeah. I'm not going to go into detail, but you want to come to Lubbock?
I grew up watching Batman with my dad.
Well, because we already did the '89 man. But yeah, we got connections to Adam West one that may be coming pretty soon.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose mine. That one, I actually love the Tumbler. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, the Tumbler was sick. I do like it.
And then there was the Batman one, like the first one. It was like rubber fin, driving down the street, the crooked camera angles and all that stuff.
I can't think. The oldest one I know is Adam West. Dude, so me and Lindsay, when we were in LA, we went to Peterson because I'm Sean, and they had all the original Batmobiles, like the actual ones used in the movie, which was cool. And then they had the original Ghostbusters, and then they had the original Back to the Future, that was used in all 3 films.
Back to the Future is a cool car. I'm a huge Batman fan, and I love Iron Man too. Actually, that's my other one. Like my goal at some point is to actually get a full scale Iron Man suit and a Batman suit, and I'm just gonna have them opposite each other. Like that's my other addiction is that stuff. Like I have to, like right now I'm procuring a lot of gear, and we just bought a house, so I have no extra money for play yet. That will come, but I'm gonna have like Iron Man's just gonna be sitting behind me while I'm doing work.
So one of the Atlas housings, you got it.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, no, that first one was built off of Futura, right? You know that?
Yes, yes.
You didn't know that? Yeah,
Yeah, no, no, I didn't.
you didn't know that,
No.
dude. Oh, okay. If you can get it, the Dark Knight trilogy. There's a fourth disc in there that is literally like the history of the Batmobile. And when I bought the Blu-ray like way back when, and it came with this fourth disc, like it's all about the Batmobile, and it's like I don't know, an hour of like behind the scenes footage of the Batmobile and how they designed the first one, and all the way up to the Tumbler. And I was just like just loving every second of it. My wife was like, "What is wrong with you? It's just a car." I'm like, "It's not just a car. It's the Batmobile."
Dude, that's my thing, man. When I drove it, that was the coolest, scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Sorry. Say that again. Did
What?
you say that you drove the Batmobile?
Dude, have you not seen the video? Yeah, dude. I drove it. I've shot the guns.
Interview over. I'm out.
Yeah, right. Nah, dude, it
You
was
seriously drove it?
Dude, watch the video. Yeah, it was the scariest thing I've
Oh,
ever done in my life because there's no mirrors on it. It's 2 to 3 times longer than any other car, and everybody's on you, dude. It was so sketch.
oh my! I don't get jealous. That's not the kind of person I am. I am so incredibly jealous right now. I cannot even tell you how jealous
If you come from the lobby, let me know, man. I got the
I am.
connection.
Oh,
Ever in
that's
Lubbock.
awesome. All right, now I have to go find that video
It's
and
literally
watch
like
it.
our third, like the last few ones we did. Dude, I don't even remember the car. It's like we're at 26 now. It was a Lotus Elise. That was freaking nuts. We did a Ford Lightning, like a brand new one,
Yeah.
and then the Batmobile was for that. What have we done besides that recently?
Focus RS.
Focus RS.
Okay.
BMW 750i.
Yeah, dude, the BMW, man. So my Johnny, he also had the Ferrari we did, but he
Yeah.
was blowing up my phone when we were filming the Lotus. He's like, "Bro, I got this BMW. You need to come film it." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a BMW guy. You know, I'm like you." And BMW and Mercedes, I'm not a fan of. And I told Hayden, and Hayden's like, "Bro, we got to do this." So I asked my wife because I've been gone a lot lately, and she's like, "Yeah, just go do it." And it was like executive, dude. It had like the reclining seat with the screen in front of you with the weather and traffic conditions. It had like the shades that go up on the side. It had the glass roof with the starlights. I mean, executive,
Air
dude.
conditioned armrest.
Air conditioned armrest and heated armrest.
Jeez.
Self-driving, self-parking. Trying to think of all
That's
the. He,
wild.
he has every option you could possibly get on a BMW. I'm trying to think what else. Oh god, it had so you know how you have the center console, had the tablet that came out of the center console to control
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It had the lights all around it. Yeah, we played some Mark Hoppus in there with the pink lights, and I never knew that was a dream of mine, but it was pretty gnarly.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do.
There you
But
go.
it was crazy, man. I've never been impressed by a BMW, but that like blew my freaking mind. And like our main thing we did with that was being sophisticated. So like when
Yeah.
we're talking about the interior, we were playing Frank Sinatra, and the owner like got a bottle of wine, popped it, gave me some wine. It was pretty gnarly, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then he has a
Ugh.
Ferrari too, and then two
That's
other
cool.
BMWs, right?
That's great. Good. That's good for him. I've got a Paul Reed Smith and a couple of amps that I really like. So that's my muse.
That's how I am, dude. I have God, I don't even know, like 8 or 9 guitars now and 3 basses. I'm about to get the Mark Hoppus signature finally.
Oh,
Yeah, hot
dude,
baby.
I got a story for you. I actually just acquired have you heard of amp company called Matchless from California?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, to anybody who's watching who knows Matchless, you're gonna freak out. But I actually procured a 30-year-old Matchless from 1992 that happens to be the first black Tolex Matchless DC-30 in existence. I have it sitting in a case, and it was authenticated by the guy who built the freaking amplifier.
Holy cow, that's kind of cool. You know what?
It's
I don't know what the company
Yep.
was, but it popped up on my feed on Instagram. Do you know
Yeah.
I don't know if you like the GT40s
Yeah.
and you know like the Golf livery, the light blue with the orange.
Maybe.
It's like Le Mans, right? Hayden, Le Mans GT40 with the Golf is Le Mans. I want to say 24-hour Le Mans. I want to say yeah. I don't know, but it's basically it's crazy. It's a light blue 4GT with neon orange stripes and decals, and it's Golf. It's a gas company. Well, this guitar company basically made a super nice guitar amp that has that combo, and ZZ Top's touring with it right now.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
All right.
But yeah, I'll send you a photo later. But it's
Yeah,
pretty
please
gnarly.
do. I want to see it.
Dougie Fresh said Audi R8 with Iron Man colors. I don't know, man. I feel like that could be cool. You know, red with gold rims and like tan interior. I feel like that'd be kind of gnarly,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd
I'll
be the
say
only way
yes.
you could do it too. That'd be the only way you could do
I've actually driven an R8. I love them. That yes.
it. Convertible or non?
It was non-convertible.
Yeah, I prefer
It's
the
a hard
real ones.
time.
Yeah, no. I mean, if money wasn't an issue and I already had a Shelby, I would get a silver R8 with tan interior.
You know what? I'm just gonna have to buy like a warehouse like Jay Leno and just have a stash of cars. It's gonna be like a bunch of Volkswagens.
You can't
Like,
do that though, Josh, because Jay Leno is saying is you can either have a chick and a family or you can have cars.
you know what? In that case, I have the best girl on the planet.
There you go.
I've
There you go.
like 20 something years.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, if you follow my Instagram, you know she's a babe, but
I can't comfortably say that because my wife's watching.
it's okay. It's
Very
fine.
nice.
She's very nice, and I have 3 kids, and she's awesome, and she makes my entire life that much better. So I'm sure you feel the exact same about your wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Gosh dang. All right, well, hey, Josh, let's do the same thing we did 40 minutes ago.
okay.
All right, so let's do it again, okay?
All right, man.
All right. Oh, let me see. Boom, boom, and boom. Do and do.
There you go.
Okay.
Also check the chat too.
Yes. Oh. Dougie Fresh also said Gabriel Iglesias has a warehouse full of Volkswagen buses.
Oh, he's now my new favorite friend. Have you seen the new one? There was like they redid the bus and it's like an an E-bus or something. I was like read it for a minute. It was cool.
Dude, I like the classic ones. They're like orange, like cream orange with white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's
sick,
the
dude.
cream's cool. Yeah.
I was telling Lindsay, I mean, we didn't really see many when we were out there, but I feel like when I was growing up in California, all you saw were Volkswagen buses and their Chevy SSRs, like those like truck, car looking things.
Yes. Excuse all the flies.
I can't even see it, dude. It looks like a freaking majestic ocean behind you. That's all I see.
This is actually my wife's artwork. I have
Really?
her artwork all around the house. Yeah, she does a lot of abstract stuff, and this is literally an ocean. I love it, and I actually have her artwork tattooed on my arm. I wish you could see that.
That's freaking cool.
Oh, it's there. It's one of our pieces. It's these massive red ones we have in our bedroom. But
That's pretty gnarly. I dig that. I had something I was going to go with that. Hold on.
okay,
It's so
no
hot.
pressure. It's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
No
God.
pressure.
It's so hot. Oh, man. Okay, well, Josh. Just going all over the place now, you know? Yeah, pinky up, pinky up. Are you drinking agua too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pure vodka. I mean water.
Me too.
It's just water. I have special clean filtered water that my wife makes. It's great.
This is whatever Hayden got me. I don't even know what it is.
Probably toilet water.
Yeah, right? Oh, I saw that dog. I mean, not dog. I saw that fly. I told
Right?
you,
This
vodka.
fly has been haunting me for like so I keep swatting at it. People watching this and be like, what is he doing? It's like there's a giant fly. It's like this.
I only see it when it goes through the white. That's the only time.
I've got a fly swatter. Just let's continue.
So for me, you know, it's Markopis and stuff. What is
Yes.
your musician that got you into it?
Oh my gosh. The heavies are Stoogie from Delirious, James Black from Finger Eleven, Barry Stock, who's actually a friend of mine now, from 3 Days Grace. He was like one of my guys. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, Josh. Hold that thought. Hayden locked himself out of the room. 1 sec.
There we go.
Your lock works, my guy.
There you go.
So, yeah. So, okay, continue.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, those are my guitar players. Basically, those are my three heavies that I grew up with. I like everyone. You know, it's funny. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Pete Townsend," or all these other guys. I'm like, "Oh yeah, Matthew Bellamy from Muse." Actually, that's another one. He's a monster.
Dude, yeah. With his like a little screen thing that does all the noises. Yeah.
Chaos Pad. Yeah, that's the thing.
Dude, I don't know if you know, he was in a Christian band, Nathan King. Do you know of him?
No.
Oh god, I forgot what his band was called. Angel Light or something. Angel Light. It's Angel Light.
Okay.
But he'd started a new country band where he's Nathan King just as a country artist, and his guitar player has one of those music guitars with the screen,
really?
dude. It's freaking yeah. Me and him were just talking about it. He said they have not used it in country music yet, but he has it. It's a Telecaster one. And it looks like the freaking Back to the Future literal, you know?
Yeah, those Manson guitars are really nice guitars, man. They're like, they're a lot of money,
I
but
bet they are, dude.
they're probably amazing.
What is a funny story you can tell me
Oh my gosh.
on the spot right now?
Funny story. I don't know. Funny story. Funny story. Oh, here's a funny story. You want to know how I met Barry Stock from 3 Days Grace?
How did you meet Barry Stock from 3 Days Grace, Josh?
So I posted a picture of his brand new guitar rig. This is like 7 years ago. This diesel rig.
Are we talking
I
MySpace
posted it.
days?
No, not quite.
No.
It was Instagram, and I was working on my record, my solo, the Avenue Sky record at the time, and I was just like looking for inspiration wherever I could. And anyway, so his rig pops up. It's like 2 diesel heads. It's got this whole thing, and his rig is amazing. So I posted his rig, and I was trying to be inspirational, and I don't know how I said it. I can't remember how I said it, but it was just like I said it kind of stupid, like, having a wicked rig is awesome, but it's stupid, it's dumb unless you have good songs or whatever. And it's like, so keep writing better songs and blah, blah, blah. I was just trying to be like, the inspirational Josh that I am. I think I've tagged Barry in it, or he found my post or something, and he was like, "Hey man, I can't tell if you're dissing me or not, but I don't know." He's like, "Have a great day." And I was like, it was like 11 o'clock at night or something, and I was in California, and I was like, I wake up to this notification, Barry, like Von Stockula is his Instagram handle. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, like my wife's like, "What is it?" Like, like heavy breathing, like totally like, oh my god, I'm in so much trouble right now. I'm like, so I finally calmed myself down and responded to him. I'm like, no disrespect whatsoever. I'm like, you're one of my favorite guitar players of all time. I'm a huge 3 Days Grace fan. You know, blah 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 blah. And we hit it off. We ended up like chatting over Instagram for like 2 hours back and forth. He's like, "You're talking about my rig." He like went into my Instagram feed. And he found my matchless rig and my orange rig. And he's like, "What are you talking about my rig for?" He's like, "Your rig's amazing." I'm like, "Okay, is this happening right now?" Anyway, it's like 7 years later, we're friends. Like, we hit it off. We chat all the time, and he's an awesome human being. But talk about having your butt handed to you by, Barry Stock, and he at least to me, he's a freaking legend. I think a lot of people would agree with that statement. So
I had a kind of similar situation like that
there you go.
happen when I was younger. So I'm really into Subaru's rally team. I don't know if you know anything about that. They got like the the blue car with the yellow like stars going. So I'm really into that. I follow all their stuff. Heck, me and Lindsay at our wedding, our colors were blue and yellow, and we had cookies of the cars. Did you kill it? There you go, attaboy. Playing God to Flies.
Get off my.
But one of the racers, I'm not gonna name who it was, but at the time went to my page and liked all the photos of my ex-girlfriend. And I remember thinking, yeah, I'm like, this is awesome, but also really weird.
He's like, he's trying to.
Right? I was like, I don't know what to think about this. It's pretty gnarly, but at the same time,
it's like that's awesome, and also leave my girlfriend alone. She's mine.
No. Oh,
no.
No, that wasn't Lindsay. That was no. That's one.
Oh.
No.
Oh. So you can have her then.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I moved to Lubbock. Anyways, Doug asked, what is your favorite song to listen to when you're riding around?
When I'm riding around?
In your bike with your radio duct taped to the back.
Man, I'm always looking for new music because I have like my go-tos of stuff that I love listening to.
Do you know Plus 44, Josh?
Of course not Plus 44.
Do you really though?
Yeah.
Dude, nobody does. Literally, Johnny, the guy with the Ferrari and BMW, is the only guy I've ever met that I didn't have to explain who it was.
It's the drummer and the bassist from...
No, it's not the bassist. Who is it?
But wait, no, I know it's Travis is in the band.
It is Travis, but who else is in it? Come on, John.
Oh my gosh. Tom DeLonge's on that band.
Tom DeLonge's the guitar player, dude.
Is he?
Yes. Bro, I have literally had so many
Plus 44?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm thinking of another band, or Boxcar Racer.
Boxcar Racer was Tom DeLonge's, and then Plus 44 was Travis Barker, and... Dude, we've had so many... Don't even, Josh.
I'm blanking so hard right now.
Dude, Mark Hoppus.
Oh, the bassist.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Didn't I say
you said Tom DeLonge and Travis Barker.
No.
No, you said the bassist.
Boxcar Racer.
You didn't say the actual name, though. I was going for the name there, buddy.
Oh, no. It was I'm like, it's not Tom DeLonge, because it was Boxcar Racer that was Tom DeLonge and Travis, right?
Yes.
That's what I was like, it's them, and the Plus 44 is Mark and Travis. Yeah, yes, I know. I'm like, put me on the spot, make me freak out.
Gosh dang it. I got a good joke for you. I feel like we're going all over the place now, so screw it. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
What do you call Batman when he skips church on Sunday? See, it's relevant, kind of.
What?
Christian Bale.
It's...
Yeah. Thank you. I
think I like, obviously, okay, this is how I look at Batman, right? So there's Adam West. He is untouchable. He is Batman, period. Out of all the other Batmans, I think Christian Bale is the Batman for me. He's the guy.
I think they should have done Sean Connery as a Batman.
But he never played Batman.
I know they should have. It was a missed opportunity.
They should have. I wish they... I think they were talking about doing a fourth movie with Christian Bale, and he wouldn't do it because he's like, my body's getting destroyed by this movie. So he's like, it was just so much physical stress that he wouldn't do another one.
Or Liam Neeson. That'd be another good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Christian Bale, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just, it has that special place in my heart. I don't know.
What is the secret fantasy of every Amish woman?
What?
This went such a weird direction. Oh, okay. 2 Mennonite.
All right. Since we're going there, I have a joke for you. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just heard it today. I've been laughing about it all day. I actually laughed about it a couple times. But here we go. Someone stole my antidepressants. I hope they're happy.
Wordplay. Wordplay. I like that one.
I was like, this is so good.
Well, see, the funny thing with it is, so like I told you, I don't really watch movies. So I was working at Sam's Club. Do you have that in Canada?
I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I was working at Sam's Club,
Yeah.
and this guy comes through my line, and it was Christmas time. And I told this guy, I'm like, hey, man, what do you call a moose that likes Christmas? I don't know, Chris Moose, right? And he's like, that's the stupidest joke I've ever heard. And he told me the Christian Bale joke. And I didn't get it because I don't watch movies. So I gave him a courtesy laugh. And I couldn't stop thinking about it for 3 days. So I looked up Batman and I see Christian Bale. I'm like, oh my God, that guy deserves so much better. That's the greatest joke ever.
I'm an idiot.
Dude, like, so good. Oh, man. Yeah.
That's great.
I wish I could track that guy down because he has brought so much joy to my life and people I know.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you got any more jokes?
I don't know. For me, I tell like dad jokes, but they always come out of nowhere, and it's usually like I'm on purposely trying to make them bad. I had one earlier for my wife, and she was like, "Oh, that was terrible." I'm like, "I know, but it was so good." She's like, "Yeah, it's so terrible."
Dude, you saying dad jokes made me think of my padre, and you'll probably get a kick out of this. So it was like 2010. Do you remember the band Metro Station?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into crazy detail because I want to keep it PG.
Yeah.
But I saw Metro Station through Disney Channel. With the Shake It song.
Okay.
Okay, I'm like, okay. So I told my dad, like, hey, let's go see them live. My dad's like the most Christian dude you will ever meet. Never drink alcohol, nothing. Dude, we get into the mosh pits of the House of Blue in Dallas. And the first band was this band called Cash Cash, and he said it was the only band that could actually sing the whole lineup. But then it was White Tie Fair, and then Metro Station. When Metro Station came on, dude, oh my God, they had dolls tied in various positions all over the stage. And my dad is like,
awkward.
He's literally going like this the whole time, And I remember it's the funniest thing. They all have their own thing. So have you seen the band?
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so they have this Jewish piano player that has like this white Jufro. And his thing is he's like headbanging and his piano spins. So the whole song he's spinning the piano and catching it. And then Trey Cyrus, Molly Cyrus' brother, he has this like 2-step staircase that he walks up and kick jumps. And he just keeps doing it over and over right next to his mic. And then the drummer was the best. Josh, the drummer. It was this Asian dude. And he had completely buzz cut but one long piece of hair. And he had a freaking fan mounted onto the drum kit. So he's playing and this one hair just
flying.
Oh, dude, it was the worst and best day of my life. And my dad refuses to go to another concert with me now because of that experience.
I don't blame him.
So great. That dude, the freaking tiny Asian dudes. Hua, hua, hua.
Oh man.
Oh, it was so good, dude. It was literally one of the greatest things ever. Oh.
Okay, what was the best show you've ever been to? Now I'm asking you. What's the best, most memorable show you've ever been to in your life?
Please, Josh. I'm not even going to think about it. Doug and me went to the last tour that My Chemical Romance did before they broke up with opening for Blink-182. Thank you. Any other questions?
Oh, jeez. No, that's it. I'll see myself up.
I'm going to be honest, though. I don't remember most of it because somebody did some stuff to me that I did not know who it was.
Oh, boy.
At those concerts, stuff happens. And, yeah, so...
Yeah.
It's a memorable but non-memorable experience. I just remember, like, when Blink-182 came on, dude, the lasers came down. I remember thinking, like, whoa, it's like a Star Wars space battle. It was kind of dope. And that's, like, the last thing I remember.
Wow. So you didn't actually experience it.
I did. I experienced My
You
Chemical
were there,
Romance.
but you didn't experience it.
I experienced My Chemical Romance.
Fair enough.
And then they had Mannequin. Do you know who Mannequin was?
No.
Oh, dude, they were terrible. It's this married couple. There's, like, techno music. And, dude, the whole thing, they were terrible. But the whole thing was they were just, like, talking about their sex life. And I think that's the only reason they ever got big. Between each song, they were just talking about their sex life. Okay, what is the worst concert you've ever been to? Because I got one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dude, oh, boy. And it's going to be very controversial.
The worst concert?
Worst concert. Absolute worst concert. Doug said he was ditched at that Blink-182 concert, and he's right, he was.
Yeah. Man, I don't go to a lot of bad shows.
I like how when I said that is when we had the most views in this thing the entire time is right when I said that story.
Um, I am very fortunate in that a lot of the shows I go to have been amazing shows. I don't remember the last time I went to a bad show. I mean, gosh, I bet you it was like a local opener in a small club that just sucked or something. Like, and they were opening up for like someone else that was legit. I bet you it was one of those, and I literally forgot them completely.
You know what mine was? Vanilla Ice.
I would think that'd be amazing.
No, it was terrible, dude. So it was at Six Flags in Dallas, and it was when
Okay.
they reopened the Mr. Freeze ride. You know, Vanilla Ice, Mr. Freeze is funny. So he
Yeah,
was
I get
performing outside of it. Dude, he freaking any song he played, he made the chorus Ice Ice Baby. But then the only song he played all the way through was this one off his new album at the time. It was like 22 minutes long. Like when the song was over, everybody already walked away from the stage. Nobody was there anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, that sounds terrible.
It was awful. It was very, very awful. I remember I caught his water bottle that he drank out of, and I thought, I don't want to get herpes in the mouth. And I handed it to the
Say,
dude
I
next to
have
me.
syphilis now.
You're right. And that is how I got
Terrible.
it. But yeah, I handed it to some dude, and this dude's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Oh my god, why are you so excited?"
Yeah, I don't. I legitimately cannot remember a bad show that I've been to. Like, if it's a band I don't like, I'm just not going to the show.
Doug wants me to tell you about one time when we went to Dallas and me and him saw TFK and Manafest. Tim was the guitarist then, though. And
Oh.
I crowd surfed and kicked Doug in the head because he didn't think I could crowd surf, and just the way I was crowd surfing, I landed in front of him is pretty gnarly. But then we went out and we didn't realize you have to pay for spots in Dallas, and his car got booted, and we were in the middle of the ghetto. Two white dudes. Probably how you felt in that town in California. And yeah, we had to get his car unbooted. It was very fun.
See, the funny thing with California is that the first like couple months we were there, I was like really nervous because we were in a different country and I didn't really know what the people were like. But like, dude, I love the Mexican people. Can I say that? Is that
Mhm.
okay? Like they were like, I loved them. We had these people that come to like we lived in this like we unknowingly lived in this very swanky place with like a gated fence and a saltwater pool, and we loved life. It was amazing. And they would this
And
guy
for all
Rudy
you
would
at
come.
40s.
Yeah. So this guy Rudy would come to our pool every Friday and make us like tacos, make burritos, and he was like, it was the best food. He literally like I gave my number. I'm like, dude, call me when you're coming. He's like, okay. So he would call me like, I'm coming today. I'm like, all right, I want this and this and this, and he would just make us the best food. And it was so they were like so kind. They were so nice to us. I don't know. Whatever. That's me.
Dude, I worked at this dealership, and then I feel like every car dealership has taco dudes that go every day. But yeah, so this guy made the best tacos, and he was in like some situation where he borrowed $20 from one of my techs and never showed up again. He literally stole the $20 and never showed up. I'm like, bro, you ruined it for everybody. Oh, dude, they're so good though. I can't find tacos that are that good.
Now I mean it's 7:30 for me right now. I'm real hungry. I'm trying to go find Mexican. There's no Mexican where I live. There's not a thing.
Make
What's the
Mexican
thing?
then.
Well, that's probably what's like we did Mexican last night.
You did Mexican last night, and you want it again,
Oh yeah, you can never have enough.
dude. I mean, I don't like Mexican, honestly. You know what? But hear me out before you get mad. Before you hear me out.
But leave.
I'm half Mexican, and nothing compares to homemade, authentic Mexican food like I had growing up.
That is an acceptable reason. I get it.
Oh, this is Taco Bell.
Oh no. Ooh.
No, I'm just playing. Do you guys have
Ugh.
Fuzzy out there, dude? Fuzzies is good.
I don't know what fuzzy is.
God.
But that might be a you thing, bud.
Yeah.
Or Texas thing?
Yeah, no, it's an America thing.
Yeah, okay.
I forget about the border.
I don't know. I think the border's stupid, but whatever.
I feel like people should go freely, come and go.
Oh yeah, I agree with that as well. I think it's
Just Canada, though.
yeah.
Not Mexico. Just Canada.
I mean, I've heard there's Mexican cartels. I've watched enough movies to know that they're very dangerous. I mean, cartels in Canada are like the grandmas that want you to eat their dinner.
It's just they'll just cartel in honey, right? And syrup.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get in trouble. I hate myself.
Gee whiz. So, all right, well, Josh, I'll let you go do your thing. I appreciate you,
Okay,
brother.
man. Yeah,
This was fun.
dude. Thanks for having me on. It's
Yeah,
good.
man.
It's great.
If you're ever in Lubbock, let me know. I'll try to hook something up.
I can't wait to get back to the U.S. The border has been a little strange, as I'm sure you're aware, or may not be aware, but yeah.
Yeah, if you're ever
Pray for Canada.
Oh,
I'll say that much.
Absolutely, dude, and North Korea.
Oh my gosh. You're in a very strange time right now. But my friend, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for being on, dude.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Talk soon.
All right, see you, brother.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.